Hey Taurus, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody had a good Christmas if you were celebrating. I hope everybody else is getting ready to have a good new year. This is going to be a monthly read for Taurus for January 2019. I shuffled my Rider-Waite Tarot regular deck, and I am using the Simply Deep deck by Chanel Bayless. Let me apologize for the Christmas video. That was a nightmare, and I'm just like over YouTube trying to upload. It should not take 12 hours to upload an hour and 40-minute video, but it did, and that didn't work. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to keep my videos short so I can get them up quick. Ooh, that popped out. All right, let me shut up and get to reading. So this is the Eight of Wands that popped out, Taurus. I don't know. Let me get the cards on the table. Good grief. What's going on, Taurus? I'm a Taurus too, so now I'm kind of curious. Ten of Wands, Hermit, Nine of Wands, Knight of Coins, and from the bottom, overall energy. Oh shit, now the Lover's card. Wait a minute. All right, Taurus. Let's do this. Let's see what we got. And this Eight of Wands just popped out. Like, boom. Oh shit now. Okay, so it looks like we are finally getting to a point where all the shit that we have struggled with for the past 12, 18 months is getting ready to pay off. In this deck, this card has a lot of meanings. The one that comes through the most is being stressed, overworked, carrying other people's shit. In this reading, it is definitely about our perseverance of carrying everybody else's shit, listening to everybody else's shit. Oh, Em, you're so grounded, and oh, I just love talking to you because you're just so down to earth. Yeah, you know, but who do we go talk to? Exactly. So all of everything that we've had to put up with as Tauruses, this is what this is telling me, and Spirit is screaming, getting ready to pay off in spades. The Hermit card is telling me at some point during the month of January, we need to take a step back. And it makes sense because if you've been carrying around two 10-pound bowling balls for 2 months, and in the third month you stop carrying those 2 bowling balls, you're going to feel different. Period. You are going to fucking feel different. Your arms are going to be like, wow, what happened? You're going to feel different. Yes, that's a ridiculous example, but you get what I'm saying. When you get that release from all the pressure, all the stress, all the tense, all the whatever, you need to take a moment and step back and regroup and look at everything that you've put into whatever it is. And obviously this is a love reading, all the red and the Lover's card and whatever. All the things that you've been through, moving from relationships to dating to short-term relationships, being married to not being married, whatever your struggle was. You need a minute to just take a breather and get yourself back and centered where you should be. So the Hermit card, I'm not surprised to see it. I remember doing another reading for Taurus, I think for next year. And it was, I remember something about kind of keeping to yourself next year, because people, just in the same manner that everybody comes up to us and thinks that we are the social worker of the day and we have all the answers for everything. And Taurus, y'all know what I'm talking about. People can just pick up on that grounded energy, and every bird in the air will stop and want to pick your brain you have to regroup from that. You have to. You can't just think that you don't need to replenish or restock your stores for your own spiritual nurturing. You got to do it. And in that reading, I'm remembering, I think I said something about if you've got somebody close that you deal with, this is something that you can't share with them. This is something, and now I get it. It makes sense. When I did that reading, I think that was early last month, I said, what the hell? Stay with Spirit says. So I really didn't question it, but I remember it, and now I get it. It's not so much that we need to alienate ourselves from anybody, but what we need to do is we need to just take 5 nights and take a hot bath, male or female. Get your glass of wine, get your earbuds in, and just sit in the tub and relax. Because we haven't been able to do that in a long, long time. With that, the 9 of Wands, we are going to begin to come out of the mental fuzz that we've been in as far as dealing with people. And that may not resonate with every Taurus. I think that's going to be more for Tauruses that have air or fire rising signs or moon signs, maybe even water, about being able to release yourself from the thoughts. And y'all know what the thoughts are. I'm not good enough. What the fuck did I do? Oh my God. Yeah. Getting out of that mental torment and understanding that everything that we've gone through, and there's something that's going to trigger this next month. And it's not a bad thing, but it'll just be a situation of maybe remembering something at a food place, or maybe getting a call from an ex or a friend, and it may trigger you to get into that negative talk, mind talk. So the key here is to not do it. It's just not to fall for it. As we get on towards the end of the month, we need to just make sure that it makes sense. This is the Knight of Coins. For this deck, it deals with being responsible and reliable. What I'm getting from it is that we need to, since we've gone through all this shit, we need to make sure our money is in order, make sure the car, if it needs new tires, that stuff we've been ignoring because we've been so focused on dealing with just negative shit out of relationships, and also carrying so much of other people's stuff, whether it's family members, co-workers. And it's not that you just decide you're going to pick up the mantle and, walk around with a 200-pound boulder on your back. No, it's about just letting other people's shit just block your brain and clog it up with a bunch of shit. And, you believe it or don't believe it, what you think is what you get. So if you got all that shit going on, your body is going to respond. You're tense, you're nervous, you're anxious, irritated, all kind of shit. And I get it. I've been just like that. So we need to also, while we're doing the hermit thing, we need to see dude got his bag, got his paperwork. He knows, the horse is out there doing what he's supposed to be doing, but he's just making sure everything is everything. Because a lot of times when you're dealing with other people and, dealing with a lot of emotional turmoil and ups and downs, you can forget to pay a bill. You can forget you got money sitting in an account somewhere. Or you can forget that, next month the annual car insurance thing is due. It could be anything. So this is really just a reminder for us to, take a moment and make sure our physical material possessions, those things that we love so much, are in order. With the overall feeling and theme for January for Taurus being the Lover's card, I know I said this not long ago about Taurus. It's here. I can't even say that it's coming. It's here. And this is going to resonate a couple different ways with a couple different sets of Tauruses. Either while you've been going through all this crap with all these other people, if you've been in, we're talking relationships now, there's been that one person that you kind of been kicking it with, but you really ain't been kicking it with because you've been trying to get over here to see what everybody else is doing. It's time to stop playing with that person. And if I know Taurus, this is not somebody you would be ashamed to be seen with. You obviously like the person. It's time to stop playing and get busy. And that should be your overall feeling for the month. You should have that thought in your mind. For other Tauruses, it may be someone that you know, but you've not put that piece together yet. But you've thought about it, but you just haven't, in terms of it really happening, you haven't thought about it. It's time to start thinking you really could have, now. That should be your overall feeling. And it's not a, in that instance, it's not a pushy, hey, I'm here. No, keep doing what you're doing. But you yourself need to look at it from a different angle. Just twist the picture around. And everything that you think is there, that's positive. Of course, there's no relationship that doesn't have some kind of negative something with it, but go for it, Taurus. Go for it. That's all you can do is just go for it. Do what you've been doing. Be thankful that this is over with. Know that you need to take a minute to regroup for yourself. Look at how far you've come, any goals you've achieved. If you, like I, ended a relationship this time last year, but didn't actually break up until springtime, and I've had some time to kind of go back and go, really? I did that? Ooh, wow, okay. And not all of it was bad, but I can see where I've grown because in other situations that I've come across since then, there's just things that I ain't trying to hear now. It's not negative, but I've noticed, and I don't know, leave it in the comments if you've noticed as a Taurus, there have been a lot of people just coming at you, and they know their shit is raggedy. But they just swear to God, want to get up in your face and be like, hey, babe, how you doing? No, you what? You're on a scooter. You don't even have a car. Come on. So take this time, Taurus. Take this time to just step it back, regroup, and know, get the blessing in the lesson. Definitely do that. Whatever situation is coming along, probably sometime after the 15th of the month, it's gonna be. And I don't know why work is sticking in my head, but someone is going to say or do, and they're not gonna have any idea that they didn't upset your little apple cart. Is going to trigger you to some point here. So just now. So just be on guard after the 15th of the month. Anybody just and I don't know that this is somebody you know or like or don't like, but when it hits you, don't get your tail all up in the air. Just think about that point that this reminds you of, or that this is taking you back to, and how you handled it. And if it were to happen again, how would you handle it? And release it. Release it. Let them flames just go on up in the air and just release it. And just let it go. Turn around and walk away. At the end of the month, very definitely, especially it's tax time, that's coming to mind too. Make sure your material possessions are in order. Make sure you haven't let anything slip past you. Make sure that bills are where you think they are in terms of, you know, you really are paying for this month and you're not paying for last month, cable, water, whatever. Make sure if you've got kids, make sure their lunch stuff at school, make sure their stuff is on point. This is what this is telling you. Make sure all your little stuff is together. With this card that flew out, the Eight of Wands, there may be travel for some of you to hook up with a new person. For others, for all Tauruses, it's really about good things, and it's a red card. So there's a lot of passion and energy behind it. So just know that good things are coming. If this doesn't have anything to do with you traveling or anyone traveling to see you, that is an option. Just know outside of that, good things are coming, and it's all good. It's all good. Any other messages for Taurus Spirit? Let me just, something is telling me to ask, so let me just ask. Pop out one more card for me, please, universe. Messages for Taurus. Yeah. So this is the Strength card. And this is, in this reading, this is about standing in your power. Because now you know what you're capable of doing, what you're capable of tolerating, what you will and will not tolerate. People that you want to hang around, you kind of got it all in your head now about what you want in your life. So this is telling me, on top of all of this, stand in your power. Overall energy is the lovers. Your lover is there. You just got to quit with the bullshit with everybody else. And I know it's difficult. I have people in my life and it's like, damn, you know, I like you, but you are fucked up. I can't keep fucking with you. Sorry. Because they just drain you, and they're not really adding anything to you emotionally or spiritually or anything. They're just taking it all from you. And so let all of that go. Let all of that go this month. Know that your overarching theme is the lovers. Find your lover and do the damn thing. This is all good stuff right here. Taurus, I love you. I don't know that I will see you before the new year. I may. But if I don't, Happy New Year to you. I hope everybody had a beautiful Christmas. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.